we're just driving down to Progressive to undertake the Property Masterclass course. We signed up for this course following on from a previous long weekend. We were there for multiple streams of property income, which is very much an introductory course. But the Masterclass is all about going into more detail, specifically around the strategy of buy, refurbish, rent, refinance. So Jim, what are you most looking forward to about the course?
I think for us, because obviously we've got number one, I'll probably say we need to focus on raising investor finance, whether it's new venture or straight loan agreements, and probably sourcing properties direct to members as opposed to going through estate agents and stuff. I mean, so I've done a service accommodation course on Progressive before, and it was good, it was decent. I'd say the multiple streams one, the free one we went to, it's quite salesy. It's good if you've got no experience and you sort of want to go to understand all of the strategies. But the way it'll sort of work is there'll be like a talk from the main trainer on that investment strategy, and then they'll do you a pitch for their course, and then at the end you can sort of pitch like Masterclass stuff. So if you're not prepared for that, you should sort of expect that sort of stuff when you go. And I know property courses are a bit of a attention to something. Some people think more scams, so we're sort of going to give you our opinion on what we find from this course this weekend.
Nice. And I think probably want to focus a little bit on goldmine areas as well. I think we've definitely got one secured where our first buy-to-let is. But we know a lot of people know that area very well. A lot of people invest in it. There's quite a lot of demand there. We probably need to maybe find one or two areas, but we're very optimistic and very fortunate in some ways in terms of where we live on the Wirral, close to our own residential homes, because there's a lot of terraced housing, and that is relatively cheap in comparison to other areas of the UK. The Northwest is obviously a very good place to invest, and one key point probably from what we've been doing on our first buy-to-let is we've managed to get the EPC rating from a D to a C. For us, we're very much in this game for the long term, and it's important, we can rent these properties out for decades to come really, and 2025 is a key date, so we wanted to be proactive to try and get that C rating ahead of 2025, which we've successfully done. So we're very pleased about that. I think another aspect that we're probably very keen to understand from the course is to obtain below market value deals. We're going to do a second YouTube video on the specifics, the specific numbers of our first project. I think we probably in hindsight paid a little bit too much because we were keen to get going. It wasn't perfect in what we've done, but we've learned a lot from it. We've got it over the line in a relatively short space of time, a couple of months.
Yeah, I think on that, I think the way to think about that is that it should always be your worst deal. Do you know what I mean? So if that's the worst deal we ever do it well.
Yeah. And of course, it'll be very interesting as well to see over the weekend what the views are of the traders in relation to the way the market's going. Some people think it's starting to slow down a little bit. Some people think there's going to be a crash quite soon.
Well, we've literally just had the day we're driving, we've just had the interest rate change announcement. So it's going to be interesting to see how that sort of influences the weekend, whether that's going to impact recession or not. And I suppose the other thing is just networking and meeting other people.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I would say and I certainly think, Jim, you agree with this. It's quite a fun industry. There's a lot of very open-minded people. You can connect with like-minded people at these events, and you don't always talk about property. You generally have a laugh and get to know people as well, which makes it very social and very fun. So that's another thing we both enjoy.
Yeah, I think I'd say the other thing about the investing, which I've noticed, is like people are generally pretty open to telling you stuff. If you're like connect with someone and you ask them a question, normally people will give you a pretty good answer. It's not like sometimes maybe if you're in work or something and people are in buy building, you need to have certain information, so you can sort of ring fence it. I've generally not experienced that in property. I think everyone invests in it and sort of realises that people are doing it for their own reasons, and high tides, high low ships, everyone still do well in it. It's like a zero-sum game. Everything's sort of winning it. So I think that's definitely a good thing.
I think linked to that as well is a great positive mindset around it as well. Often in some of the circles there can be quite a lot of negativity and a lot of pessimism. I think one thing I've certainly picked up some networking events, doing some training, talking to people, is people have quite a good positive outlook generally on life and on property, and that can be contagious. And whilst it doesn't mean jumping in with 2 feet into deals that are no good, it does create a good collaborative environment for people where it is very easy to connect.
So the start of our property course has not gone as planned really. So we had the issue with my car today and it's now 20 past 11 and we've been locked out of our bathroom in our Airbnb. So we've messaged them and they're giving us access to the flat next door for showers and stuff in the morning. So we're just getting the key from the lockbox. But yeah, not really gone to plan, but these things happen. So hopefully tomorrow, first day of the course, it will be a bit better.
So we're back in our Airbnb after our first day of property training at Progressive Property in Peterborough. It's been a good day, busy day, hence the reason why we forgot to film during the day. But yeah, some good takeaways. Maybe some stuff that we need them to expand on or they've not quite covered yet, but we are only on day 1 of 4. So we'll see what happens. For me, I like the letting agent stuff where they were speaking around how to find good letting agents and what to do if you eventually open your own letting agency when you get enough properties and bring it sort of in-house, which was useful for me. And the refurb stuff, I think we both found pretty useful.
Yeah, so obviously having just completed the refurb on Linwood, it was good to almost compare notes with what the official training was suggesting, the way to do things are, the way to add value, and I think broadly we were on track with what we've done at Linwood, which was good. Perhaps in current climate, some of the costings were higher than maybe some of the material in relation to before there was a lot of demand for building work. Obviously at a period now tradesmen are very busy, but it was good that our neutral approach in terms of the decor, the carpets, the kitchen, the bathroom, etc.
Yeah, we
were pretty much aligned.
Yeah, we weren't really offered any of that, were we?
That was good. We saw a few folks that were from the multiple streams of property income event that we attended a couple of months ago, so it was good to reconnect with those people to see what they've been up to since last time. There's quite a few participants of the course that are from London. It's always very interesting to understand what's going on in the capital, some of the big infrastructure projects that are going on there, like Crossrail for example, that being completed, how people have invested around that, just generally the prices, and then when we show them some of the stuff in the northwest, they're very surprised at how cheap it is, and
I think it shows that maybe we need to factor in the short to medium term a trip to London to try and find some investors, because there seems to be quite a lot of appetite for investing elsewhere.
I think in terms of stuff which still hasn't really been outlined for us, it's probably the sort of spoke a little bit around using investor finance and paying it like as a straight loan and then paying back the interest. I'm not sure we really understand how we scale that in terms of actually how you pay the interest back without subsidising it from another business or your wage, which obviously is going to hamper some sort of growth. But I think the investor finance stuff is going to be tomorrow, so hopefully they go into a bit more detail with that.
Yeah,
we can share it with you guys.
I think that's one of the biggest things we're keen to learn more about, accessing finance that isn't your own, in addition to how to source deals below market value,
and direct to them,
because to some extent the two things are linked in terms of having a successful approach, because to get the good return on investment that investors are going to want to fund, you need to be getting the good deals below market value, certainly not above market value, to be able to add the value from the refurb, to be able to pull a significant proportion of the money back out, to be able to pay the investors back and maybe subsidise it, a small amount yourself, but certainly, you wouldn't want to be doing any more than, I would think, up to 10k at the very, very most, to get yourself a reasonable buy-to-let property deal.
Yeah, I think as well, probably the other big takeaway for us is reflecting on Linwood. We've done a lot of good stuff with it, but there's probably some areas which, in hindsight now, we could have improved on. We definitely paid too much for it. At 105, 100, but I think that was the circumstances of the market at the time. We'd been viewing houses for a while, and we wanted to get, our sort of foot in the door. And not saying Linwood's a bad deal, but it could have been a considerably better deal. So we'll do a separate video around the specific numbers of yields and stuff, but the gross yield's around 6%, and the net yield's I think it was 2.4, 2.5ish, which is probably at definitely on the gross yield the lower end of what you'd want. You probably want that to be a bit higher. And
certainly not good enough for investors.
But
it's the first one. The market was where it was when we were doing it. Perhaps one of the positives of it is the interest rate we secured on the buy-to-let mortgage, which is 2.99%. Viewing similar products in today's world, maybe 4, 5, 6 months down the line, there's no products available. They seem to be at least a percentage higher, with interest rates going up, inflation, etc.
Yeah, because we did a little mortgage session, didn't we? And they got up-to-date mortgage sort of rates at the moment, and for a limited company you're looking at least, even the best ones were 4.5, but that was for longer term ones, but you're looking close to 5%, really.
So I think generally speaking on Linwood, whilst the cash flow is relatively positive in terms of the rent that it's been valued at 695, that is reasonably positive. The part we could have improved on is kind of the return on the capital that we've actually employed, in terms of what money has been pumped into it to get that.
Yeah, we could have got that to work harder. So in hindsight now, so useful for you guys, if you guys are considering refinancing your own homes to invest into property, probably what we should have done is use that money to pay investors back. So gone out to get to lend the 120s off investors, and then pay them their 6, 7, 8% back, and then use that war chest of, I think we were all in for 46 with the refurb for Linwood. Use that to pay your investors back, and then maybe we could have got
4 or 5,
4 to 6 maybe, depending on the deals that way. But would we have been as confident? Would we have the credibility because we didn't have a property? Probably not. So it swings and roundabouts, but that is definitely a good option for people to go into. I think for us, yeah, that's probably a big takeaway for us.
Yeah, not a disaster, but not but not an absolutely golden egg.
No, but to be fair, I think the way we sort of spoke about it is your first deal is probably always going to be your worst, and if that ends up being our worst deal and it nets us 250 quid a month forever, and you know we were able to pull money out of it in the next couple of years, then you know that's like you know, because we're now a little bit more knowledgeable. We know what to look for. We know what to go for. Hopefully, we're going to learn over the next couple of days how to get more direct deals, which is where the real value add comes in terms of getting, you know, investor finance. So, yeah, we'll definitely keep you updated about our plan, because it might be, to start with, we go for a straight JV with an investor 50-50 to sort of try and build our cash flow up and build a bit of a war chest, and then do straight loans with people. That might be how we have to go.
Yeah.
And there's been no upselling as of yet, but they have been sprinkling in some stuff about the Progressive Property Academy, which is like their 12-month mastermind, which I think is where the upsell is going to be. But I think it's something we spoke about. It's probably something we'd like to do. Obviously, at the moment, we couldn't financially afford it anyway, because I think for two of us, it would be like, I can't remember how much it was. It was quite expensive though, wasn't it? It was definitely over 10 grand for the both of us, but I think the networking opportunities there would be good. So I think that's something we'd look to do down the line when we had, you know, a decent sized portfolio anyway, to sort of turbocharge it. And then there's also, it was interesting, we were talking to one of the chaps there today about investors and stuff, and sometimes like you think about, oh, you know, I can go meet this, people go meet that person, but a lot of the time if you look within, you know, your own circle and your own vicinity, you should be able to get a lot of the stuff you need to get started anyway.
Morning guys.
Hi guys.
Morning.
So we're just on our way to Progressive. Here's one of our new friends from Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah, do you want to tell everyone a bit about you? And
My name's Dipesh. I joined the MSOP course back in April. I'm doing the Masterclass as a starter. Relatively new to property investing, but looking forward to it.
Nice. How have you found it so far?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, you learn a lot of sort of hidden gems that you wouldn't otherwise know about. So the trainers have been really good, and I'd definitely recommend it.
Nice. So yeah, day full of investor finance hopefully today, and learning some more bits and bobs. So we'll keep everyone posted. Cheers, team. Alright guys, so just on my lunch from the course. It's been good, really interesting this morning. Did a session about like return on capital employed this morning, which is really interesting. We actually went through our deal. We definitely paid too much money for it, but first one. So, you know, you need to just get over the line and then sort of look at this stuff down the line. So that was good, yeah, return on capital employed, creative finance, lease options, that sort of stuff, delayed completions, interesting, and then JV and investor finance, which was really sort of eye-opening for us about how we can sort of grow our property portfolio. And I think initially we're going to target JV finance, so 50-50 split on property deals with a JV investor to grow our cash flow and our portfolio, to then do straight loans and pay them back. So yeah, really interesting. But yeah, keep you posted. Gonna go back now for the afternoon session. See you in a bit, team. So we've just finished our day at Progressive. It's about, what time is it? 7 o'clock?
It is 7:15.
7:15. So we're here with Carl. Carl, tell everyone about you, mate.
So 36, based over...
36, but you look young for 36. Well done.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, based over sort of Gloucestershire way. First course been on, just want to get involved in learning property investing and sort of getting on the journey and meeting like-minded people like yourselves, really. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think from me the big takeaways today were JV finance and raising finance, because that's sort of where we've been stuck. So some real good takeaways for us about what we're going to do moving forward. And the tax stuff I think was good, but it went a little bit over my head, but it doesn't take much. Yeah, that was a little bit. Yeah,
just expanding the different horizons almost, and again the perspective that's available for the different JV opportunities.
Yes, the different deals. Yeah, basically the answer is you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you put it in a contract, is the answer really,
But
isn't
it
it?
works well to keep it simple.
Yes,
Keep
yeah.
it simple. Think about the what-if statements if things go wrong. Open and honest, transparent discussion at the start for the head of terms.
What both sides want. as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's got to be a win-win.
Over to a legal firm to make it into proper documents. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did a little bit this afternoon on personality profiles.
Yes.
How this will link with potential investors, potential business partners.
There's Mark in the background. Say hi, Mark.
Hi guys, awesome, absolutely awesome.
Yeah, had a good day, mate?
Amazing day, amazing meeting you guys, learned a lot from everyone, amazing time.
Nice. So yeah, overall good day. So I think we're going to go to the Premier Inn now for a bit more networking. See you in a bit, team. Day 3, guys. We've just parked up the whip, walking down to Progressive. One thing I will say is they're quite long days. It does get a bit tiring. So last night there was a drinks reception after the last session in the afternoon, and then we all went to the Premier Inn for a bit of scran and a bit of a chat, which was good. Big stand today.
Hi folks.
How'd you feel, sausage?
Not so bad.
Not so bad.
Day 3.
Day 3.
More content, more networking. Let's go.
Let's go. Any takeaways from yesterday afternoon? So we were doing the personality stuff yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, it's quite interesting really, particularly when you're thinking about what potential investors you'll work with, maybe what personality traits you need to have. Using the DISC model: dominance, influence, steadiness,
And conscientiousness.
Yeah. So James is a guinea pig, whereby the rest of the group had to interview him in relation to what he usually does for Christmas, and then from their perceptions they would rate the 4 aspects of the DISC model. And last night we filled in the DISC questionnaire online to get some official results, and I assume this morning we're going to compare and contrast group's thoughts, which I wasn't part of, I wasn't in James's group, and the official results from the website. So that will be interesting.
Yeah. You good?
Good.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what else is on the cards today. What else did we do yesterday? Oh, guerrilla marketing, which was definitely interesting for us from a director vendor point of view. So yeah, we'll keep you posted. See you in a bit. Start day 3. Hi guys, so we are in the Airbnb after day 3 at the property masterclass. We're just doing some homework at the moment, so we've been given some really good tools for analysing goldmine areas and what to sort of look for to see if deals stack. So we've just written down a bit of a crib sheet about the process, and we're just going to do that on Excel now and try and find some deals, look in our local area, see if we can find a new investments area. Today was a good day. Done a lot of the goldmine area stuff, some mindset and negotiation stuff this morning, and yeah, the goldmine area stuff was really interesting because there might be potential JV partners who are interested in working with us from the course, which is really interesting. So we're going to try and speak to them tomorrow and get something nailed down and outlined with them. But yeah, really interesting. Another good day. Really good networking opportunity. Spoke to most people now in the group. Really interesting. Got anything to say?
I think you've summarised it.
Yeah, there we go. So we'll just crack on working now, team. Morning guys, so it's the last day down in Peterborough for us at the Progressive Masterclass. Really looking forward to the last day, should be good. Been really interesting and valuable so far in terms of what we learned around the JV finance and stuff, and then like drilling down into gold mine area yesterday and the homework sort of stuff's been really useful. So I think we're going to go through some examples of that this morning and work through some more tools and different bits you can use for sort of drilling down onto your gold mine area. So yeah, we'll keep you posted throughout the day. So it's now 8:10 and I've just walked through the door from driving back from Peterborough. We had such a good chat in the car about all things property and actions and what we're going to do to implement it, we actually forgot to record anything. So yeah, last day was good. Went through some deals on Rightmove after the Rightmove stuff we learned. What else did we do? What else did we do this morning? Oh, all things outsourcing, hiring VAs, leveraging your time, which is really useful. So we're going to look at getting a VA to do some Rightmove data scraping for us and social media stuff. So yeah, it was really enjoyable, but we'll have to sit down, me and Daniel, and have a debrief about what we think and advice to you guys. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want more property videos. See you in the next one.